There's our ticket out of here. If we can get to it.
Oh my god, I love that. I love that idea of fucking Ada having Leon, like Leon having Ada's... What? Okay. Of Leon having Ada's phone number in his fucking phone, and they sext each other. And they're just like, oh no, it's just, it's the cutest, stupidest thing. It's the smallest, nothingest, dumbest thing. And it's just the cutest, stupidest nothing, and I just love it so much. It makes me happy. It makes me happy.
What's coming to you, Simmons?
Leon and Ada sitting in a tree. K-I-S-S-I-N-G. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes... I don't know. I actually don't know how that song goes.
Let's do something about it.
Like, Ada x Leon is like my favorite part of this whole series. It just strikes me as this, like, severe cat-mouse relationship. Oh, hey, look, it's Attack on Titan.
Now, go!
Where Leon's the mouse, and he's like a badass mouse. And he's like, yeah. I don't know, I always do that. I always visualize characters in terms of animals because I'm a degenerate. And Claire would be like a dog, but like a puppy-ish kind of dog. Like, you know how there's toy poodles? I think like a toy husky. Because Chris would be a husky, and they gotta be the same species. And Ada's definitely a cat. Anyway, what am I talking about? Metal Gear Solid is really easy, but I actually never think of Snake as a snake. I think of him as a husky dog.
We've gotta get to that.
And Big Boss is a wolf husky, but Solid Snake is a husky dog. That's an important distinction. You all just gotta understand what the fuck I'm talking about there. But anyway, because she's always... anyway, I ranted enough about, like, how much I enjoy their relationship in the Resident Evil 4 playthrough, but I just think it's the most adorable little thing ever. And he got a little phone number in his phone. That's just stupid as fucking shit. Like, what?
Up you go.
I think I remember in one of the CGI movies, I think like Damnation or whatever it was called. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Fell backwards onto that shit.
Just get me out of here.
Oh my god. Oh, and now he's like a big bug or whatever, I guess. Okay. Yeah, he went from being a dog to a T-Rex, and now he's and then back to a dog, and now he's a bug. Okay. Consistency. Remember Birkin? Yeah, it was way better than this. Idiots. Fuckheads. This is so bad. In, Damnation, I want to say Damnation. There was like, the director's commentary said he wrote the dialogue between Leon and Ada to be ambiguous and could possibly imply that in between, like, before the movie, like, while they were just being civilians or whatever, like, off the clock, they met up off the clock and just had a normal date together. And I was like, oh no! Is that okay? It's like, you know what, like, let's just cut the bullshit and just go see a movie or something. And that's my favorite thing. That is my favorite thing, is imagining, like, action hero characters in video games in just regular, everyday scenarios. Like, imagine fucking, like Dante from Devil May Cry going shopping. That's what I like to imagine. Like, he's at the grocery store in his fucking retarded red jacket and just buying groceries. There's this concept art, or like it's official. I don't know what to call it. Like, not necessarily concept art, but there's this great art of from Bayonetta where Cereza and Jun are living together, like in an apartment together. And like, I think it's Cereza, she's oversleeping. And Jun is like, fucking wake up! Come on! Like, we got shit to do today. And it's just this, like, moment of normalcy for these, like, larger-than-life bombastic action characters. Shit like that gives me life. There's just no consistency to your transformation.
Alright, we need to ground this asshole.
You went from being...
We're not going anywhere in that...
What is this?
Stand if I'm gonna let him stop us.
Like, you went from being I love having control during a boss fight ripped away from me. That's my favorite thing. I love when the games do that. It's the best. Like, it would make for a bad story. Like, that's not, you know... I think, like, there's a rule of storytelling somewhere where it's like, is this the most interesting thing in the character's life? And if not, why aren't you showing us that instead? Like, just showing, like, action heroes going in a mundane reality, like, everyday life kind of thing, isn't interesting for a game, or whatever, so obviously, you know, you're never gonna see that. But conceptually, that's just my favorite thing, and I love it. I love the idea of fucking Rion and Ada just going on a regular date at like a restaurant or seeing a movie. What movie do you think Leon and Ada would go see together? Let's see, what came out in 2009? Let's say 2009. What's a movie that came out during that?
If he absorbs that, he'd be in for a shock.
Oh, Leon. Like, slowly and occasionally, there are glimpses of the Leon Kennedy that we all know and love. What came out in 2009 that you think they would have seen on a date together? What am I doing? I can't aim this. Oh, I gotta stab a zombie with it. Okay. There we go. You know what would be great if they went and saw Clerks 2. I don't know if that came out in 2009, but I just like the idea of them both going like looking at each other all weird and being like, maybe this was a bad decision, maybe this was a bad choice for a movie to go see together. When it gets to the part where they're like, you never go ass to mouth. You never go ass to mouth. Oh wait, Swordfish! That would be a good movie for them to see. Fucking Rosario Dawson flashing her tits. No, not Rosario Dawson. What the fuck? I'm so racist. Who was it? What's her name? Catwoman, you know? What's her fucking name? Jesus Christ, I don't remember. Whatever, she was in Catwoman. You don't get to have a name. If you're in a terrible movie, you don't get to have a name anymore. Oh, this is gonna bug the shit out of me now. What's the movie that came out in 2009? Shit. I'm not a movie person. I'm not a movie person, and I don't remember the dates of when movies were released. I think there was a, like, that's always my favorite little trivia question kind of thing.
Now, aim for his head!
Is what would a character's favorite movie be?
This isn't working!
For reference, my favorite movie is WALL-E. Or Star Wars. I don't know. I don't really, like, have favorite movies. That's a really that's a tough question for me because I'm like, I don't know. I can't think of a lot of movies that were fundamental to my existence. Maybe Fox and the Hound. That's a pretty good one. Like, when I think of, like, your favorite something, I think of, like, something that was important to you. Like, something that affected your development as a person. Like, you would be a different human being if you didn't see this. Actually, Scott Pilgrim, then, would be a good choice for that. Because I kind of saw Scott Pilgrim at a somewhat critical juncture in my life, and it did have a positive development on me. I saw Scott Pilgrim when I was very vulnerable and, you know, not in a good place. And I saw Scott Pilgrim and I thought it had a very positive message that when I kind of, the way I interpreted it, the way I kind of like,
Gotcha, you bastard!
what's the
Head for
word?
the chopper. This floor isn't stable.
The way it kind of made sense to me, articulated, that's it. Articulated. That's one of my favorite words, by the way. The way it articulated to me, it was a very, you know, kind of like a, you know, it's fine kind of thing. Like, it was what I needed. It was what I needed at that point in my life. And I'm glad I saw that. I don't know if I'd say it was my favorite movie, but I love how rocket launchers are just magic in fucking Resident Evil. And they just instantly kill the final boss. Because that's how rocket launchers work, I guess. I guess you could also say a favorite movie is one that you can pop in at any time in your life on any day and watch it and be like, yeah, it's a good movie. Oh. Movies aren't really my thing. Don't worry about it. That's stupid. It was already an Umbrella logo because the... What? I don't get that. Anyway, that doesn't make sense. Those were black earlier. I don't know why they're white now. I don't know why the solid color are standing in as white and the blood's being red. And also the 70,000 people, in addition to all the people here in China who died, and also the president, you fucking selfish callow bitch, you fucking cunt. Oh, 70,000 people fucking died. That's for my sister. Oh, fuck yourself, stupid cunt. Can we just leave her? I don't like Helena. Oh, it's Ada's!
Is that Ada's?
Yeah, no one else is into fucking butterflies like that bitch is. Where did she get a custom designed makeup thing that was like embroidered with fucking a butterfly on it. Come on. Hey, why are you giving her that? Get that back. That's a memento of my love. Cool, it's got all the evidence on it, blah blah blah. Whatever.
Evidence that proves Simmons' guilt.
Yeah.
Prove your innocence.
Our innocence.
Why do you need to prove your innocence?
Lena.
You guys, the burden of evidence rests on the accuser.
We're on our way back. See you soon. Let's go.
If you are accusing someone, you need to have evidence. You can't just say, yo, they're guilty, and then they have to prove it. It's called innocent until proven guilty for a reason. Simmons should have needed to prove their guilt, and also now Simmons is dead, so the person who accused them in the first place is gone, so there's no problem. They're not suspects anymore. The guy who accused them is dead. It's not like he told anyone. The only one who was there was Hunnigan, and she believes that they're innocent. What are you fucking talking about? This proves their innocence. Go fuck yourself. It proves Simmons' guilt. That's important. Whatever. Oh, what is this music? This is goofy as fuck. That's a different name! Lead game designer, isn't it? Isn't it? I'm not sure. Hold on, let me go back. Oh, no, never mind. It's the same name. Jiro, Takoti, whatever. I was mistaken. I thought they had different ones. That could have been interesting. So, better than Chris's, but it was still kind of annoying bullshit. Like, the zombies don't work with this kind of gameplay. Actually, it could work if you really upped the amount of zombies that there are. Like, if you had it, like, shoulder-to-shoulder, jam-packed with zombies kind of thing, that would still keep the tension. But with this kind of gameplay, with this, like, kind of more action-oriented third-person shooter gameplay, having just regular humdrum zombies wouldn't be threatening, so they had to try and cheat and have the zombies be able to do stuff zombies shouldn't be able to do. And have them, like, do running jump leaps and like, have, like, grabs that go through your animation and just instantly, like, trigger your hitbox and pull you into an animation. And completely no-sell you shooting them. You shoot them and they literally don't react at all. They just keep chugging through it. Makeup artist. And compared to the Jimjos, compared to the Ganado-type enemies, there's a severe lack of enemy interaction. Because you can't, like, shoot them in the head and then, like, kick them. Because you shoot them in the head and they'll be like, whatever, and just keep moving, like, not even react to it. You shoot them in the leg and they're just like, whatever, not even react to it. They'll randomly lay down sometimes. And you'll shoot them in the chest and, like, chunks of their body will fly away, but they won't even react. Like, even in even the Jimjos, you shot them in any part of their body, they would react to it. The zombies just completely no-sell everything, and they cheat. They just do cheap bullshit. And if you, like, Dead Rising it, and had it, like, shoulder-to-shoulder, wall-to-wall zombies, like, 100 zombies in every frame. And they were shitty zombies, but there were so many of them. Like, that would have been better, I think. But it just, like, chapter 3 was a complete like, just completely throw that in the trash. Like, you're running through the catacombs and you're fighting, like, Zambambos that are, like, 100 years old, and they're just being resurrected out of the graves for no reason, like, hundreds of them. And there are, like, special zombies, like, special Screecher zombies in those catacombs, and it doesn't make... And, like, how did the C-Virus even get down there? And it doesn't really make sense. It was just boring, and then you had to, like, do an underwater section, which is nowhere else in the game and didn't make any sense. It was still a tedious, annoying slog. It still wasn't fun. The only moments that, you know, made it a redeemable experience were, like, the interactions with Ada. Whenever Ada was fucking on screen and she and Leon were, like, doing stuff and there was interactions there, that stuff fucking was like, yeah. Everything else was garbage. Everything else was terrible. All the false fucking drama of like, oh, Simmons is gonna frame him or whatever. We gotta fake our deaths. Christ. He was gonna expose Raccoon City. Again, what was he exposing? That there were zombies? That Umbrella was doing experiments? Like, what? What was the fucking motivation for Simmons doing all this? It didn't make any sense. He was just evil for no reason. I don't think he fought a single Jimjo, which is weird, because Resident Evil 4 was the one that introduced the Ganado-type enemies, and that was a Leon game. And he didn't fight any Jimjos, which are Ganado-style enemies. He only fought zombies. So it's weird to have, like, you're trying to do, like, a greatest hits, like, nostalgia fest of Leon's games. Mostly being Resident Evil 2, because all you're fighting are cheap-ass zombies. And the only parts that kind of do something relatively reminiscent of Resident Evil 4, you're still fighting zombies, and it's a really shitty section, and it's evoking a really shitty section of Resident Evil 4. Mainly the catacombs, and everything else was evoking Resident Evil 2, what with going through, like, a Raccoon City-esque zombie-infested city, and fighting dudes on trains, and like a Birkin monster with a giant glowing eye, and you had that callback pose with him holding Ada the same way he did back in Resident Evil 2. And like the entire last chapter was just fighting Simmons, and it was kind of exhausting. Like Leon's campaign had at least like downtime, at least had, you know, moments of levity, where it was just kind of a quiet, like, oh look, we're in this church and it's filled with a whole bunch of NPCs and we can just walk around and we have to solve a puzzle and we gotta solve this puzzle and oh, ring the bells to open the door thing. You know, and that was, you know, a brief reprieve. And it's not just constant, exhausting action all over the place. But, again, those were few and far between. And even then, that chapter ended with, like, a mine cart, like, boss fight. But, again, that's fine, because you had those kind of, like, moments to catch your breath, and it was a fight that you fought with Ada, and Ada's the best, so. I don't know. Like, better than Chris's campaign, by whatever, like, that's a low bar. Like, Chris's campaign was just completely worthless, but, like, it's still not good. Like, I didn't have fun. The only parts where I was enjoying myself were, like, the fan service moments. Of him, like, meeting back up with Sherry and doing stuff with Ada, and anything that was, like, gameplay was fucking shitty. And I didn't enjoy, like, fucking any of it. Like, so far, the only gameplay, like, the only full package I have enjoyed so far with this game has been Jake and Sherry. It also has its share of bullshit, but in the story stuff, I enjoy their interactions. I think they have good chemistry. I think they're both good characters. And in the gameplay, it doesn't make me want to rip my fucking fingernails off. Because it's actually that, like, fucking Jake and Sherry's gameplay is evocative of Resident Evil 4. Like, Chris's campaign is just evocative of fucking Gears of Duty War. Call them. And it was terrible. And this was trying to be both. It was trying to be this shitty, like, pseudo third-person Gears of War-esque gameplay, but also harkening back to Resident Evil 2 when it didn't fucking work. So, like, the only parts I enjoyed were the uninteractive story sections, but even then, that's not necessarily true, because everything that was, like, this game's plot, I thought was terrible, and only the moments of, like, with Ada and Sherry and whatnot were any good. And see what I talk about? He got his jacket back. His fucking plan to save his jacket worked. Hooray. That's why he got rid of it, because he was like, I ain't losing this jacket. It's really nice. It's a really nice jacket.
Thank you. I'm ready.
Yes. I will personally strap you into the electric chair and zip-zap you until you're dead. Hooray. Why would you give her a gun?
But I assisted in the attack.
Yeah, you're evil. Kill her. Like, arrest her and kill her.
The investigating commission have reviewed the evidence and feel it unjust to hold you liable for Simmons.
No!
They will
What are you talking about?
Their findings to the public.
That's bad! No, he wouldn't have. What are you talking about? The president wanted to unveil the secret of Raccoon City. What do you mean they don't want to disclose their findings?
All right.
The president wanted them saying. He wanted to tell the world about what happened to Raccoon City. What are you talking about? She's an accomplice.
Leon.
Like, there's extenuating circumstances, but she's still responsible.
The next time we'll see.
Partially. Oh my fucking god. This... Like, you see what I'm talking about? Anything that's, like, the story is fucking garbage. Like, it just makes it, like, it's cliche, shitty crap. And it's poorly written garbage. And it just makes you scream at the fucking TV. But moments like that, like, here's Ada's fucking makeup kit. Now Leon has... the trouble with the women. Leon, you fucking suck. Like, now he has her fucking makeup kit, and all keepsake, parted ways with Ada again, and oh no, you know? Like that, stuff like that makes me happy. Everything else of that campaign was just aggravating and painful. This game is painful. Jake and Sarah are last, so like, they're my favorite ones. They still have their share of bullshit, but they are the most redeemable campaign so far, so let's finish this off.